Hey everybody, it's Cliff Yankovich from the Lowell Ledger. Joining me today are two Lowell Rotarians, Theresa Mundt and Craig Fonger. Many of you may remember Theresa for when she worked at the City of Lowell. She and her husband Mark have been involved in a lot of things that make Lowell special. Speaking of involvement, Craig Fonger was born in Lowell, moved away for a while. When he moved back, he hit the ground running. Craig gives of his time to a lot of organizations in Lowell, including the Fallsburg Historical Society, of which he is the current president. So, welcome. Can you tell us a little bit about Rotary International, maybe the history and the founding principles?
Sure. Well, thanks for having us here today, Cliff. I'd love to tell you about it. This is my first time speaking for Rotary, so you guys are my training wheels, okay?
Great.
So I'm not gonna try to sound like I'm reading from stuff, but it's probably gonna sound like it a little bit. But here we go. Rotary was two official models are service above self and one profits most who serves best, and that can be traced back to the founding days of the organization. The founder was Paul Harris, and the organization was formed in 1905 in Chicago. Harris was with a few other people at the time, and they were guys. Women didn't get in until like the mid-'80s. We'll talk about that maybe a little bit later.
Now, was Mark a founding member in 1905? No. Okay, just checking.
He had three business people with him, a guy from mining and engineer. He was also a Freemason. His last name was Lohr. There was another guy by the last name of Scheel, and he was a coal merchant. And there was Hiram Shorey, who was a tailor. And the members chose to go to each other's offices. So thus they rotated around to each other's offices. But it got so popular that they had to choose one place to have it. And that's kind of the way things have evolved at most Rotary locations today.
How about the Lowell chapter? How long has it been around?
They chartered in 1935.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's pretty good.
Because I was asking around. I've gotten 34, 35, 36.
It's 35.
But it's 35.
Theresa knows.
I know Theresa's right.
Theresa knows. And Theresa, why did you join Rotary?
Why did I join Rotary? Well, I enjoy, one of the big things is for service. I like to do a lot of service in the community, if you have not noticed that. With Rotary, I went on a trip to Haiti to install water filters. I enjoyed that so much after that is when I joined Rotary.
Oh, you went on a trip before you were even a member.
Right.
Cool.
Yeah.
Craig, what drew you to Rotary?
Well, Mark and Theresa put me on a chain and hauled me.
Pulled him in.
I had met Mark and Theresa, and we talked about Rotary, and I also met Phil Gerard at some of the chamber breakfasts, and along came a deal where you could join Rotary at half price, and I thought, well, gee, I'll join with Fallsburg. We've got our other two administrators there, Alan Rumbaugh and Bruce Dahl, are also members of Rotary.
Okay.
Through the society. When I heard that the motto was service above self, I was like, oh, yeah, that's me. I think I might fit in there.
That's a pretty high mark to shoot at.
It is.
Speaking of that, let's pretend people are listening that have no idea what Lowell Rotary might have done. Can you name off some of the past projects that we enjoy?
Well, I'm going to let Theresa, why don't you lead that one and I'll follow up with it.
We have done the playground at Richards Park. We installed the deck on the library. And we also had the pavilion there at Cherry Creek.
Okay.
I didn't have any of those.
No? What do you have?
I have the new bike repair station on the Foreman Street head of the trail. And also we have a scholarship program for high school students. And also a grant program for nonprofits. We do Toys for Tots with the elementary schools in the area. We also do Adopt a Road cleanup once every, how often do we do that?
3 times a year.
3 times a year.
Yep.
Yeah, along M21. Yep.
Dangerous.
Yeah, well,
Sometimes.
I would not want to walk along M21 and pick up trash.
yeah. And it's this one, our participants are actually recipients of the partnership between Lowell Light and Power, of which I'm also on the board, and Chamber of Commerce, the Christmas lighting this year. The proceeds from that, we got $6,000, so we were really lucky to be involved in that. And also Rotary has raised $60,000 for the Lowell Showboat to be built.
Cool.
And that was a fundraiser from one of our Denim and Diamonds fundraisers that we're going to talk about probably really soon.
I think that was the one where I edged out Pat Ball for the Red Hot Chili Peppers album.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, perfect segue. We're here today to talk about Diamonds and Denim Auction. When does that take place? Where is it? What's it all about?
Well, I have it as Denim and Diamonds. Like
It is. It's Denim and Diamonds.
Denim and Diamonds.
Not diamonds and denim.
And it is what I would call a casual gala event, as evidenced by its name. We're casual folks out here in Lowell, and I think we know how to dress casual up, so that's what we're going to do. It'll take place on April 19th, and if you want tickets, you should really run, not walk to your computer or mobile device and go to lowellrotary.org to buy tickets. And
how much are the tickets, as long as we're on the subject?
The tickets are $80 per ticket.
Okay.
And you can sponsor a whole table of 10 for $1,000.
Okay.
Yep.
And then after the dinner is when the fun starts, right?
Oh, it goes during dinner and everything. We have a silent auction
that's
going
right.
all the time.
Yep.
Yes, we do. And we have hopefully more items to get.
yes, we're accepting items from businesses in the community. What we'll probably do is some smaller stuff we'll package into groups of auction stuff. There's a business here in town. I don't know if you've heard of them, Chimera Design.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have at a great discount provided a diamond necklace that's in the form of our Rotary symbol.
It was a wonderful coincidence. I happen to know the good people at Chimera Design.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Good.
One thing I do want to add here, too, before
Sure.
we get too far from my pitch, is that, yes, the event is April 19th, but the ticket sale cutoff is April 12th. So mark
Don't
your
delay.
Don't delay. It's going to be held this year at the Sheridan, what I think we all used to know as the Crown Plaza out in Cascade.
5700 East 22nd Street. Yeah.
28th Street.
28th Street. Yeah,
Street.
28th Street.
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
what I meant.
And why are you raising funds? What's your target? Who's the recipient of this year's
Well,
Denim and Diamonds?
We
I said it.
have, yes, couple things. We have with the funds, we have a scholarship fund that is just the Rotary scholarship. And due to financial things, it's not making as much money in the fund. So we're going to help supplement that a little bit.
You
Bring
mean
it
it's
back
not
up.
making the kind of interest?
Right.
Okay.
Yep. And then the rest of that will go towards rebuilding Creekside Kingdom.
and that's the biggie.
That's the biggie.
The Creekside Kingdom, the last time I was there with one of my grandsons, I kind of referred to it as a sliver factory. So
Yes.
you're getting rid of all the old equipment there?
Yes, everything.
Yep.
And it's going to be made out of, what's the...
Composite.
Right. So no slivers
No
ever.
slivers.
Right, and it's going to be more accessible for, well, strollers or wheelchairs. It's going to be some sort of rubberized surface
Yep,
that's going
exactly.
to allow people to traverse across rather than sinking into the stones, the
Oh,
pea
yeah.
gravel that's there,
Yeah.
and then falling onto the deck and getting a sliver. And yeah.
That's really, I've been to a little park in Grand Haven that has that rubberized, and it's a little more comforting. A child can fall off
A little bit, yeah.
and
and
bounce
not
a
get
little
hurt.
better than
Yeah.
hitting the ground. How much does it cost to put together something like that?
Right now, we're still in the design phase, and we're nearing the end of that. So we have a visual of what our playground is going to look like. Our budget right now is right around $400,000.
Okay. Yeah,
Yep.
these are not small undertakings.
No, they aren't.
Well, that's going to be cool.
But being made out of a composite, I mean, look at the last one. It'll be 30 years this year.
Really?
Yeah, it was built in 1994.
That one's 30 years old?
30 years old. So if this one is going to be made out of composite, it could last another 30 years.
Easily, yeah.
Minus the slivers.
Yeah, minus the
Minus
slivers.
slivers. Suppose somebody listening wants to get involved with Lowell Rotary. When and where do you meet? Can anybody just show up and see what's going on? Or
Pretty much.
Yep.
If you want to come by City Hall any Wednesday at noon, we meet upstairs. Come and join us for lunch and check us out.
So they can come as a guest? And
They can come as a guest, yep.
Okay.
And what's our official charge for a guest? Is it $10 for
$15.
But if we're really nice, if we're feeling really nice,
If
we
they're
might even waive it.
they are a potential member, they will eat for free. So,
Do you have pretty good food?
yeah, they
Oh,
do.
yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Right
we should
now we
actually
have-
talk about the folks we get food from because
We have Sweet Seasons.
Mm-hmm.
We have Sabor Mexicana.
Yep.
And Miss P.
Miss P?
Cheese.
Yeah.
She's everywhere.
Yep.
She is. So we have 3 great caterers, and they all do a wonderful job.
So they rotate?
Yes, they do.
Cool. I like
Imagine
all
that
their
in
food.
Rotary.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, see?
Yep.
All right. Well, speaking of rotating, I think we're all the way around. We accomplished what we wanted to accomplish, yes?
I guess we
Well,
did.
I will say,
Okay.
add too, that in 1994, it was the community who built this playground. And it's going to be the same way again this time. So if they want to volunteer, send a message to either on Facebook, Rebuild Creekside Kingdom, or send an email to Rebuilds Creekside Kingdom @gmail.com.
Oh, yeah, for somebody maybe can't
Yes.
make the auction.
Right.
And they still want to get involved financially and help out. Because
Correct.
that's what we do in Lowell.
Yep, and we are going to be starting to sell the pickets with names on them shortly.
Pickets.
Yeah, fence post.
Yeah.
Yeah, with their names.
So instead of a brick, like on the showboat?
Yeah.
You can buy a picket.
Did we talk any more about some of the items that we're going to be giving away, though, to just kind of entice people? Like, you've been
Sure.
going around town.
Well, we have a nice Michigan basket from Red Barn Mercantile. We have I
With
just found
Love
out
Wines.
we
I have to
we
guess.
have some
I would guess.
Haitian rum
Ah,
with some hand painted shot glasses from Haiti.
okay.
We have, I just found out today that Grand River Orthodontics is doing a tooth fairy basket. So that's going to be really cool.
Well, I can't say that I've been to all of these, but I've been to several of them, and I can assure the listeners you'll be able to find something you want to bid on.
You
I
will.
think it's harder to stop finding things that you want to bid on. Anything
Yeah.
from baskets of food to doesn't Wendell give away a
3-bedroom house 1 week stay in Florida.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's the kind of things you can
Yep.
bid on, folks.
Yeah, and
Exactly.
also, just before we go, mark your calendars for 2 years from now. April 17th, 2026 will be the next one because we set the date at our board meeting before last. So
Who
yeah,
invited this guy in here?
Yeah,
He
right?
wants- I'm hard pressed to plan for next week, my friend. Well, I thank you very much, Theresa and Craig. Ladies and gentlemen, get involved in the Denim and Diamonds auction from the Lowell Rotary.
yep. Sales cut off April 12th. Go to lowellrotary.org.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks.